down there, get to the comment section, and repost the shit out of this space. This is going to be the last time. Well, yeah, for a while. Last time for a while at least that I do a walkthrough at UVU. So we're going to try to get anything that we may have missed. Some things were brought up to my attention last night that I may have missed, or we may have missed. I don't know, I went through twice, 2 spaces. So this will be it for a while. I'm leaving Utah after this for the holidays. So, but I will be back. But yeah, bottom right corner, repost the space. We'll let it fill up. I started early just because I want it to be good size when I start my walk. I guess I can start up here where Charlie Kirk, or where the supposed killer ran. Well, I can't go that way. Or maybe I can. I guess I can. But yeah, request to speak. Give me somebody to talk to up here. I don't know where my co-host is. Let me see. Okay, so video's not good for me on iPhone. No video, good. Okay, let me know. Is the video good? Can you see? Okay. Let me close some of these other apps. Video good? Thumbs up, request to speak. Video good? And experience the might of X spaces. Video spaces, my bad. Damn, I messed that up. Yeah, so if you're on Android, log in on your web page for Kirk.
That our lab isn't being spewed on us, or at least that we're fighting. Nobody else can speak to counter it. So it kind of comes down to the citizens to counter it with facts and make sure that the propaganda isn't being spewed on us, or at least that we're fighting the propaganda being spewed on us.
You have to balance it, right? It needs to be balanced in the force. And yeah.
I love it. I absolutely love what you did. I've been watching what's going on online. I've been seeing the same things you're seeing, and you're calling them out with your face. I love it. Keep it going.
On your face.
With your face, with your chest, put your neck into it, your back into it, like you're doing it. Like, and it's one of the it's funny because I saw a post earlier, and I just laughed because there are so many people that have trusted these names for so long, and we've been on the same team as, and now that we're seeing it with our own eyes, the hypocrisy and the lies, it's like, once you see it, you can't unsee it. So I'm very thankful that you are using your account to actually keep the truth out there and not letting it just spin out of control with this narrative that they're wanting to push.
Again, yeah, and people who are having issues with the video, you can minimize or even leave the space and come back in, or exit the app and come back in, and it usually resolves it. Again, make sure that you have the latest version of the iOS app, and if you're on Android, log in on your web browser and join the space that way. Make sure that you have the app closed if you're on the web browser. That way there's no conflict there, and you're able to experience the space. If you have anything that you want me to look at, now's your time. I'm gonna try to get in and out of here, and by in 2 hours, so that way, well, I know you guys are on Eastern, but I'm gonna try to get out of here, hopefully less than that. But I want to get up to Salt Lake City and try to talk to the individual who is dressed in a lab coat. I'm gonna go door knocking. I have his address.
Wow.
The Kennington guy?
Yep, Kennington, yep.
You're just working.
Yeah, and I want to do it before it gets dark.
Also, if you have an iPhone, if you're watching from your iPhone, I noticed that when I go into your space, the image is like white, right? And then so I click on the open, you know, like the little and he just, I don't know, I didn't think he might.
What's your name? Dill? Oh, okay. Your account makes sense. Yep, sure does.
Yeah, that's why whenever I was like, I should rename it the Dill Pickles. But I didn't know if you were a fan of the pickles or not. I was like, Diligent probably doesn't like pickles.
I'm not a fan of the pickles. I'm not a fan of the pickles. No, not a fan. What's up, Tweet?
Diligent, how's it going, buddy? Just popping in for some moral support very quickly. And Noxie, every time I drop into a space at the beginning, there's always some innuendo. Dill pickles has just completely thrown me off, I was going to say. But now just popping in, I'm going to be watching the space, Diligent. And just very quickly, to anybody, I know that you've been telling people to update their apps. If you are on Android and you're logging into that, I know you have problems with that, but that's just a little workaround anyway. But yeah, I'm really interested in what's going to happen here. I really enjoyed the space yesterday, Diligent, with you and Ryan and Sam. Really interesting stuff going on. But yeah, God bless America. God bless Charlie. So, I don't see.
And Diligent, I'm not sure it's a good idea for you to tell us who you're going to meet up with, because for some reason, last time you did that, it got canceled. And I'm afraid that maybe we shouldn't, like, let, you know.
I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, Diligent does have a second.
But if something happens to me, I want there to be a record of my movements. Right? So.
Well, you have got the second. I just saw
that there is 180 people in here and 38 reposts. You can't see the reminder, you guys. Please, as soon as you get in here, go down there into the bottom right corner and repost the space. That makes the effort worth it. We want people to see this stuff. Why even be out here if we're not going to share it? So yeah, please, comment section, purple pill in the bottom right corner, and repost the space. Thank you so much. What were we saying?
I was just saying that you've got the Second Amendment over there, so you're good. We just have very strongly worded letters, so as long as you're utilising your protection mechanisms, you're good, bro. So, but stay safe though, mate.
I always use protections. Any protection available, it's always the best kind of protection that I use.
So where are you walking right now? What path is that?
This is the parking lot where he was supposedly dropped off at. It's up on the street. Well, I'm up on the street, but there's a parking lot down here, and there's a street right here, a dead-end street, and let me get over here.
And where's the building where he was at on that?
So this is the parking lot where they say that he came in at. That tunnel is where he said he walked through. He goes up in the parking lot structure, and then it crosses the street. And I don't know the route he takes, but I mean, there's only a couple of ways you can go and lay low. Now, I did notice that up this way, there is another tunnel, but it's all blocked off. I don't know if he took that way. I didn't hear that he did. This was... And they're really watching me today, aren't they? You guys see that? Can you guys hear that?
Yes.
There's a helicopter really low over my head. All right, anyways, they're saying that he came in here and walked through this tunnel, came up the stairway where we saw him photograph the famous skinny jeans with glasses and hat photo that they were using to try to ID him. Even though they were low res and low light. Yeah, so he comes up over there, and then apparently he crosses the street or walks down the street peg-legged, and then up over to the Losi building, and then walks on that walkway in front of everybody peg-legged and climbs those stairs, and then, you know, gets in his prone position, takes his shot, and then in 3 seconds, he changes his clothes up on the roof at some point, according to them, and then he changes... He breaks down, or he puts the gun back together. I'm not sure. He breaks the gun down, I guess I'm confused on that whole thing. Like, why did he have the screwdriver up there? Oh, he took the gun apart. So he takes the gun apart in 3 seconds up on the roof before he jumps off of it somehow. I don't know, man. It doesn't make any sense.
Have you been where the Ring doorbell or the cameras from the garage, the neighborhood, have you been there to see why he was walking through there? Because why would he walk through there if he was dropped off in this parking lot?
Well, these neighborhoods are here.
Well, I know, but have you seen like the route he would have taken from that street? Or
If y'all are talking to me in the live chat this morning, I can't see it because I'm on my way to work and I'd have to use 2 devices. But good morning, everybody. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're one of the homies and you're trying to talk to me, I'm sorry that I can't talk to you this morning, but this is that space that Diligent did, and I said I was gonna stream for y'all, so here we go.
earlier, whenever he
I think it's this street.
no, because there were houses on both sides. It's where like Phil Lyman's
There are houses on both sides.
Phil-
You just can't see it because of the tree.
Phil Lyman's car was parked in the driveway of one of them. I guess it was his aunt's house.
Do you see the house on the left?
Yeah.
You see the house on the right?
Yeah, but that wouldn't make any sense for him to be walking there if he was dropped off in the parking lot.
I don't think he was dropped off in the. I don't know. I don't know.
Because it's whenever he was wearing his
Yes.
other outfit that he was walking there, so.
Do we even know for sure that he was the one that was caught on the...
Yeah, we don't know that.
Yeah, no.
You can't positively ID him from that little.
You are very absolutely correct. I'm just saying what they're theorizing.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't know that's him, so I don't use that. You know what I mean? I'm only going with the story as what it pertains to the charging documents and the evidence they've released to support it. Like the Ring release, right?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So they're a tabloid, so. Which I'm not saying they don't sometimes get good stuff, because they actually do. But I'm going off of what the government's saying and what their charges are and how, what they've released. They've released the images of him in the stairwell, so we know for a fact that they said he went through the tunnel and went up over there. So I'm just going with what we can prove and not with what the narrative by the mainstream media or any of their
But he
allies.
could have stayed on that street and walked and not even had to go through the tunnel.
That's exactly. You can go through, like there's a fence here, but the fence ends there on that side of the parking lot, and the fence ends here on this side of the parking lot. I mean, where those bushes are, you can walk right through. So there's no reason. This is why it doesn't make any sense, right? Like, the only reason why you would come down here first of all, look. Let me start with this. On the right side, where the parking structure is across the street. There's a street here, a busy street at that. It splits the university in half, where that SUV just came out of. On the left side, okay, where the church is, or this religious building, the LDS building, okay, that is the side you have to cross to get to. And do you see the camera up there? There's a camera up on top of the LDS building. I believe that's where they had the footage of him peg-legging down the street. I think this is the street. So you literally, instead of going up here, right, where he escapes from, which there is no cameras hardly, there's only one camera, there's no walkway, there's no people, there's less traffic, there's more obstructions for view, right? The only reason why you would go this way is if you wanted to be seen more, you know? And go up more stairs with your peg leg. It doesn't make any sense. Let's go to the hands while we're waiting for Sam.
Okay, oh Carl, and now is that Campus Drive that you're walking on? Is that the name of that street right there, or is that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Carl and Blake had just posted some pictures in the comments. Blake posted of the police actually getting those cameras down from the residences there. And then Carl circled the area, which is West 925 South Street. So I guess that is the area where he was walking with those cameras.
But we don't know that it was him.
Right. I'm just saying, like, that was I was showing what they had posted in the
Yeah,
comments.
until we have evidence that it was him, then I'm not going to even give it any airtime.
Any hands? I don't see any hands.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, O'Carl and O'Carl's just going to.
Hey, what's happening? Yeah, I guess just whoever that person was that apparently left a gun in the woods would have had to cross through to the other side of the woods, which would be like the back side of some of the houses on that side. Probably just, walked between two houses, got to the street, and got caught on a ring cam somewhere around there. Obviously, that's whoever was the person walking around there. I have a question though for you. Are you to get close to the point where that camera is located that showed Tyler, or the person jumping off the roof? Because I'm kind of curious to see if it's even possible.
Yeah, I did that the first time we did this.
Can you see that corner where apparently he's lying down? Is that exposed by that angle?
Yeah, I walked up there and showed it from the roof level.
Okay. Because that's pretty material, seeing as like that would be missing and it should be accessible.
It's not accessible because they put fences up there.
No, I just mean the footage. Like, if the camera was running, we should have more than just the jump. We should have the person getting off the ground.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and say it. They deliberately misled the public, since, like, I'm just going to call a spade a spade. They deliberately trimmed the video to where we would not see the person in the perched position. It was a deliberate effort to deceive or to conceal all of that. They only wanted us to see the person running from the vent on top of the Losi building across the roof and jumping down at the corner of the building. That is the only thing that the authorities wanted the public to see. This is deliberate. I'm just going to go ahead and, like, it is what it is.
I guess I want the defenders to defend that, because I want to see what their best case, because they're probably going to say, hey, we're going to find out that's going to be exposed in court. They don't want to give the defense anything, which doesn't make any sense. Why would this guy's guilty, right? Who cares what the defense has, right? So we should all be seen for a fact, like, oh yeah, there's this guy, there's the shooter, looks like the shot was taken, and here he is jumping off the roof. Why is it so selective? I want the defenders to defend that and see what they have to say.
At 350 feet away, I don't know what would be the problem with that little extra. I mean, let's just say 2 minutes. 2 minutes of earlier video. 3 minutes.
It's not 2 minutes, bro. It's like 3 seconds. Within 3 seconds, he was running across the video. So if you had an extra 10 seconds on the clip that they released, you'd be seeing him in the prone, taking the shot, and whatever. But they don't show you that.
It's going to do absolutely nothing. All it would do is echo that they're being honest with the public, and I think we can all come to the conclusion that that's not the case here.
Not to
All
be
right, what's up,
silly.
Sam? Can you see the video? Sam Parker. Is he on stage?
He is on stage, but his mute. But there he is. Oh, we can't hear you, Sam.
Drop you down, bring you back
Yeah.
up.
just what Blake was saying is like, I just hate to make assumptions. I want other people to do that if they can't provide a good argument. Because
Yeah, I'm not making any assumptions.
right, because like I don't want to make any assumptions that we're being deceived. It's like that's not a good enough explanation.
Well, I think we are being lied to.
Obviously.
I'll give my opinion. We're being lied
But
to. Yeah.
but that argument's not going to carry weight until we get more information. So so in order to, just because we're here right now, I want your brick suit. You tell me, you know, what's the best explanation as to why we don't have an additional 1 to 2 minutes of this footage? Why? I mean, they gave us that part, not that part. Why? It like, do you have any questions about that, or is your mind coming to a rational conclusion? Because tell me, I'm curious.
Well, I'll give you my thoughts on it very briefly, Paul. It's one I was going to ask Virgil anyway. My biggest concern with this, and I'm not sure if you spoke about it in other spaces, I haven't fully caught up yet, but we've seen over and over again in high-profile cases after the fact that when they're doing evidence and admitting exhibits into the court, now that's done obviously in private without the juries there. Now, it's umpteen times where the judge has not allowed, you know, really, you know, exculpatory evidence into the court record, which means the jury don't know about it. They're not allowed to put it into the evidence. So the judge can basically say that, yes, you can admit that piece of evidence, or no, you can't. And he doesn't really have to particularly give a valid, good reason. Well, they should give a valid, good reason.
He does. Yeah, he does. He absolutely. Yes, he does.
No. Yeah.
Because if he doesn't give a valid reason, then it can be appealed.
Yeah, that's
no judge wants to be appealed.
That's fair enough. Yeah, I probably should have rephrased that. Yeah, I mean, off the past, certainly with who's the guy that the kid who shot those guys in what's his name?
That's very vague.
I'm sorry, I'm really sorry.
Sam.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sam, can you see? Can you hear now?
Carl Rittenhouse. Sorry, Carl Rittenhouse. Sorry.
Sam,
Sam,
are you there? Mr. Sam Parker?
Silence. This is very unlike Sam. Like, Sam, man, give us proof of life, brother. Proof of life.
Common sense argument to that part.
Thank you. Having issues? I was doing the space, and then I was traveling. Why? Do you want to talk about it?
Oh, I was hoping that you would touch on it, but there's no point since you didn't watch it. So I hope you, one of your speak.
Well, what were your thoughts?
Amber Heard. Did you ever follow?
Ooh, that's a good comparison.
Yeah.
It's a good comparison.
I think that I have a clip of it, if we could play it real quick, if y'all want to listen. Village Crazy, let me find it real quick, hold. Village Crazy Lady posted it, and it was about her not admitting to, he was asked about, hold on, let me just find the clip real quick and then I'll just let it play for itself. Sam, are you there?
Like the app is like I had to, it kept freezing and then I was getting massive reverberation, then it was booting me. This is like my 5th attempt to even just get up here. Crazy. I mean, I don't know.
Can you see the video?
Cannot see the video.
Are you on the iOS?
No, I'm not. And you're like, I'm getting like triple echo from you again now too. So it's like this.
Oh, okay. You're on Android?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Close your X app and come to the space on your web browser, on your phone's web browser.
Yeah, use x.com instead of the app.
Right, yep.
Yep. All right, we'll see you in a minute. Go ahead, Mostly Peaceful.
Hey guys, I just wanted to add another important detail on why they're not publishing or making public the whole film of when he's shooting or being on the roof, and that is to avoid any jury prejudice. like if they publicize incriminating material, that might influence the jury, and you could have other witnesses.
So now compare that to what they did in that press conference that the district attorney spoke on for 45 minutes. Let's use that as a backdrop to your previous statement and go.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, but that could be a valid reason for it. I just wanted to add that context.
That press conference that the DA did absolutely makes your argument void.
I'm not saying
Totally.
I agree
That
with
was,
it, but that's a prosecutorial decision.
yeah, she's not arguing. She's just giving her context. It's fine. Sam, can you see?
I think it's loading still, but there's a pane where the video should be, but it's blank. I think it's still loading, perhaps.
Try and click on it. then
It'll be
minimize
whenever
it.
anybody up here is speaking, it will go black. So unless Diligent is speaking.
You'll only see it when I'm speaking.
Okay, yep, that's what's happening, but I don't actually see anything, but it is popping up on the screen.
Everybody else close their mics. All right, so can you see it now, Sam?
Yeah. Well, I can't see you though. I can only see a gray box that says your name. That's all I see.
No, you should be able to see. Okay, so open the box and then close it. There should be a square to open it. And then
The video's not rendering for me.
In the on the internet, on your browser, as a
Let's see.
yes.
hello, Maze, nice to have you.
Can you see, Maze? Can you see?
Yeah, I can see every time somebody's not talking, but I can actually see now while I'm talking.
Okay, I've got it on my computer. I've got the video.
All right, so you can see the. All right, cool, awesome. All right, let's do this. So now this loud ass street sweeper is gonna come over here. So he comes in through this parking lot. I just want to show you. The fence ends right here.
God dang it.
The fence ends right there, right behind that green sign. This fence is purely for optics. Okay, it is not preventing anybody from going anywhere, except for maybe from a half of a block, right? So, I just want to real quick, I'll walk up here. If you look up the street, okay, up around that curve is where he escaped from. That's where he jumped off the edge of the Lucy building, and I mean it's around the bend. It's around the bend. It's not right here, but it's around that next bend. But you can see this gap here. You can see there's a trail. People walk through this parking lot all the time instead of taking the tunnel. Okay, so there's no reason you have to come this way. Okay, there's no reason. You can come from up there. This is actually further away from the target, or from your spot, from the perch. It's also more visible, right? He has to come out in this parking lot right here, okay, and then cross the street. There. He comes out in this parking lot, but he has to cross the street because this street separates the southern part of the university from the northern part. So you actually, if you come up through this parking lot, through the tunnel, you still have to peg leg across the street to get to the Losi building where he wants to take a shot from. So this is not an ideal location to cross the street. Let's go down and look at the tunnel. So, this bugs me so much. I'll wait for the student to go. So what do you notice about the tunnel? Can anybody see it?
Camera.
Look where that camera is, okay? There is no way you are getting in this tunnel without being seen by that camera. And as you step down the steps, okay, there comes a point, okay, no matter where I am, even if I walk over here, okay, I am within 6 feet of this camera. At eye level, it can see me directly. and it is right here on the edge. So there's no way you're avoiding it. So he literally, and you can't miss it. You know, if you walk in this tunnel, you cannot avoid the fact that there is a camera right there. Okay, let's go through the tunnel. So he goes out of his way to a less than ideal crossway to get to the Losi building. We'll try to make sense. I'll probably lose you for a second in the tunnel. Let me see if I can. Oh shit, I think there's also another. At the other end of the tunnel, is that better now?
Yes.
There is another. Okay? Both ends of this tunnel. Okay, so he went his way. He gets spotted by both of these cameras. Up, here's the ferry stairs. So I get out of the tunnel where I was just surveilled. And oh, what is that? Nifty. If I'm trying not to get caught, let me go up in front of this other camera up these steps. These are the steps. I'm peg legging. Let me see if I can do this with a stiff leg. You probably can't tell. Okay, but he's peg legging. There it is. High level. Here I'm in the very same location. I mean, it is 3 feet from my head. Okay? I'm in the very same location he was. I'm doing a live stream. I don't want to. Okay. So here's where he comes out. Up there is where they have him on camera, peg legging down this road. Up there, it's the only other camera on the path, right? So he peg legs this for whatever reason. Instead of just, it'd be easier just to cross the street right there and come over here and not cross the road. But instead, he goes in front of 3 cameras unnecessarily, according to them. Okay? And then Sam, are you watching?
I am.
All right, if you have any questions, if you have anything you want me to look at, there's the camera that they got him on. That's not the one that we got the video feed from that they released. Okay, so then so he peg legs under the tunnel in front of the cameras, up the stairs in front of the camera, then across the street in front of another camera. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 cameras unnecessarily. Okay. He hobbles down this thing, this little street. And that's the Losi building in front of me.
Serious, dude. Oh shit.
Matt, can you see? Ryan, I'm sorry, Matt. All right, cool.
Yeah, buddy, I got you. I'm watching.
Right, so remember, I'm peg legging, right? Like, so I'm peg legging. I have a massive rifle in my skinny jeans that nobody can see somehow. Right, this massive 30-06 rifle just goes undetected as I peg leg up these stairs and up these hills. Okay. There's no other way to get up here, by the way. And I've already done this twice in my other video spaces, but there is literally, you have to go up these hills to get up here. You cannot get up to the Losi building any other way. See, there's the top of it. You guys see it? The weird triangle thing at the top, the pyramid. So, and I don't know what route he took right here, but regardless, you have to come up these stairs and these hills. You can't avoid it. So, this is the LDS building, by the way. Right next to where he was shot from. So that's the Losi building. I'm about to come up on where he jumped down off the roof from. And I've already done that twice. So I'm not gonna go across the street and all that shit again today, but I'll show you exactly where he jumped down. I found a penny over here
where he jumped down from, which was kind of weird. It's in a weird spot. So, and repost the space, everybody. Bottom right corner comment section. Thank you. All right.
All these stairs
is crazy. Edge of. Yeah, I know it makes me sound way fatter than I am. I mean, I'm a little out of shape, but I'm not that out of shape. This is the edge of the Losi building. This is exactly where he jumped off, right here in this corner. Now, if it were me, okay, if it were me, I'm just saying, and I was trying not to get caught, I wouldn't jump down over here. There's a camera he was caught
how tall is that roof, Diligent, that he jumped off of?
It's about 18 feet.
Dude, that's a hell of a drop.
This is the spot. So but he didn't drop the full 18 feet. He swung down on his hand and he put his leg on this ledge and then he jumped down. So from here, I mean, I'm about 5'10", 5'11", I think between there. And so I probably have that might be 8 feet.
Dude, that's insane, bro.
Shy.
That's a far jump.
So he jumped down about 12, 13 feet. Maybe 14 feet to me.
Now, why wouldn't he run down the exact way he came up?
So, well,
there's a stairwell right on the other side of the building. It was
because this is open. So that's where he came up. So this is the only way up there. We'll see. I'll show you in a second why he didn't go that way. But here's what I would have done. First off, he jumps to this ledge. Look at this pipe. Why would you not stand on this pipe and then get down? But instead, he jumps down here where it's harder, which whatever, he's in a rush. He runs up over this hill, down to the road, and then the camera stops tracking him. As far as we can see, that camera, it's on the corner of that building right there. Here's what I would have done. I would have jumped right on these branches and swung down. Okay, if that was me. And look, I'm not in front of a camera. Look, there is literally no one over here. This is a service street, a service road. It's coned off at the end. Okay? There's nothing over here. It's a hill. You wouldn't even be spotted.
Especially if you had a rifle.
Dark. Yeah, if you had a rifle, yeah. He could have thrown the rifle, let it fall down, just jump into these branches and swung down. That's what I would have done, but that's just me. You know? Again, I'm not an assassin, so maybe they do things differently. Seems like common sense would be the main driver there, but
I've actually made a jump like that before, where you have to grab onto the trees.
So that's where he jumped down from. Okay, this is the famous spot. Okay, let's see if we can see any shoe prints. I know we can't, but it might be mine. So he would have jumped down right here, right about here, and then kind of fell back a little bit. And the way that he fell, you know, it made me feel like he knows what he's doing, because there's a certain way that you fall when you don't want to break your legs or break your ankles. You let the energy absorb into motion, right? Like so parachuters, they roll when they hit the ground, right? If you're doing a dead fall, you kind of like you let your legs fall out beneath you and then fall backwards and kind of roll backwards to let the energy dissipate. Or you fall on your ass. Okay, it looked like he kind of fell on his ass right there. So yeah, that's where he ran across the roof. Let me go back. So that's the escape. We'll put that pin in that for now. This is the path here. So he has to walk by the escape path to get here, and I think he probably took this trail. See the trail that the students have made? So we'll follow this. Now, mind you, I'm peg legging, okay? So I'm trying not to show that I have this massive rifle stuffed in my skinny jeans as a 150-pound man. And I'm walking by this camera to do it. Right now, there are two ways up there to that roof, which is where he shot from, supposedly. Okay, there is a stairway on the other side of this, and there's a stairway on this end. There's only 2 ways up. There's no other way up on that roof. So that is definitely the way that he took. So he either went up on the other side, which you would have to go either through the building or around the building to get to. And Blake, I have my body cam on recording, so you get a regular raw video of this whole walkthrough. You rock. So he peg legs down here. So what do you notice about these entryways outside?
All the windows.
Anybody?
Totally exposed.
What else do you notice? What's missing from these entryways? Cameras. That's right. No cameras in the entryways.
What about when you walk in? Diligent, when you walk in, is there anything on the inside?
We're gonna see. So this is the only way up on this end. No cameras. None.
None behind you?
There's no camera in here. Nope. There's no camera in here. I had lunch in here last time I was in that chair. There's no camera. I went down the whole. There's 0 cameras. Just for the now, he could have come in here. Okay. In front of people, we'd be quiet.
It's messing up. Almost good.
Okay, this is the only stairway up here, other is inside. That's the closest to the way he came in. Okay, there's 0 cameras here at all, 0. And there's electrical boxes. There could be cameras. They have lights. They could have cameras if they wanted to, but they don't. They don't have cameras. Here we are again, another entryway. No cameras. 0 cameras. Fire alarm. Electrical boxes. There's no cameras. Hey, this is 50% of the way up here. Here's the walkway. So that is the hallway for the computer science building. That's what the CS stands for. Level 5. We are 5 level base ground. We're up on the hill. The whole thing staggers up a hill like this. That, my friends, is the police station. Those windows facing this building, that is the UVU police station. That's how close. There's office windows for the police station facing where the shooter was, which was down here. So he comes out here. Look at this walkway. It's wide open. Anybody in the parking lot would be able to see you. Hobbling. Remember, I'm peg legging. Okay. So let's go down here now. They have it all blocked off. But you can see the video. He starts where they start the video at. He's about where my finger is. And then we see him run back behind this glass building up on top, the glass level. Then he comes down over here. And then he drops down right there and drops down to where I was just showing you.
Hey, Diligent.
And then runs over there across the street.
What is the point?
There's no... There's a camera there. There's no cameras out here. Right here. And I want to look at the Sam. You know, or at least from where I can see, the automotive center is right there. It's on a lower level, a lower elevation. So if there's a camera on that building, it's not going to be able to see up on this roof because you can see that's the top of the automotive center right there. So I'm at a higher elevation than the automotive center. Unless it's on the roof. Then you could probably
If somebody was standing there, you might be able to see their, depending on the angles, you might
So there was somebody standing at the angle and I went and did that shot. And so because the walkway over here, if you go up back far enough past the dumpsters, which is pretty far back, then you look up here, then you can see on top of that roof the edge of it. And that's how that shot occurred. So they've put a fence here now. All right, so you can't get back there. It's interesting. This fence company is the same fence company that had the railing up when he died. It's also the same one it's also the same one, the AmericanFence.com. It's also the same company that has the fences down there guarding the crime scene. So according to them, when they said, oh, he jumped over this little curb, this is the only curb. So he comes down this, or, okay, I don't know. Here's the only other way up here. Right here, these steps. Okay,
hang on just a second, Diligent. I got to stop you.
There's no cameras here.
What is the point of that walkway? Like, so you're saying that up until September the 10th, if I wanted to walk to the edge of that building,
if you want to walk to the roof, you just go right across.
That's
here.
batshit crazy.
Railing. Do you see this? Do you see this hand railing? This hand railing goes back there, and what they're saying he did, right? Peg leg. They're saying that he got over here and then hopped over onto this roof, which is taller, right? It's taller than the rest. This is only about a 2-foot drop on this side, so he just throws his leg up over, slides over onto this roof, and then runs over to there to that corner, right in front of my figure. I'll hold it up as high as I can. Okay, that's where he was shot from, that corner of that building. Can you guys see it?
Yeah, I've never, like that, the fact that you could literally just walk to the edge of that building and there not be a single, like, at the very minimum camera prior to September the 10th is just beyond me.
Well, there is a camera, Blake. It's behind you. Remember, it's the same camera we would have seen his footage from. Yeah, right there.
It's that camera.
Right, but
that's the only
that's
camera.
not a very good deterrent. Like, I mean,
it's not a good camera. It's way up high. It's far away. It would not give you a good resolution image at all. Why aren't there cameras here? They have them over there for the tunnels in the parking lot, and that's what, again. Okay, so now look where we are, right? Okay, there are neighborhoods over here and ways that you can get dropped off in the neighborhood and then run down through the hills and where he escaped from. So why wouldn't he come in over here and come in right here, right? He goes down here and goes up all of this way, up the hills, across, through the tunnel, and through the parking lot, gets seen on camera fucking 4, 5, 6 times. And if he would have come in right here, and they said he scoped it out. If he would have come in right here, he would have been under this camera, but they wouldn't have seen his face at all or much about him. He could have come up right there, out here, and never been seen. Now look, this whole wall is glass. Do you see that person walking right there? See, you can see it clear as day from right here. I can see it. There's a person walking in that hallway in front of me. This whole wall is glass. All of these corridors, the hallways, I'm in front of a major hallway in the computer science building. These are all offices, administrative offices, classrooms. They can all see out here. They would have seen him. All of these are windows. This whole thing, they would have seen him. It's just crazy that he would go out of his way.
They said that he was sitting up there on the roof for 15 minutes too, remember?
They have heard the gunshot.
What's that, Sam?
Wouldn't they have heard the gunshot as well from there? I mean, they would have been inside, but yeah,
it would have come straight back here. Yeah, look where I'm at. I mean, I bet you
all those people across the glass would have heard a gunshot. They would have looked, and they looked after hearing a gunshot in the direction of the gun.
If it came from this direction, yes.
They would see.
But it might have just heard, you could have just heard a loud pop. And let me just say this. There's often planes and helicopters and all kinds of shit making noise here, but not pops. Not like that.
And anybody would have looked out the window after hearing the pop, would have probably seen him standing and running, correct?
They would have seen him, for sure. For sure, yeah, look how open it is. You can't be on that roof. Look, dude. That roof is only 4 inches deep. That curb over there on the other side It's only 3 or 4 inches. That's you're not hiding up here. You're sticking out like a sore thumb if you're up on this.
Hey, Diligent, didn't he get up there wasn't he up there for 15 minutes? They told us he got over there, got on the roof at 12:15, and then he waited till 12:31 or whatever time it was to take the shot, and he ran up to the spot 1 minute prior. That he was kneeled down on the edge of where that railing was that you said he climbed over. He climbed over that railing and he sat there for 15 minutes and waited. I thought that's what the police report said.
So it would have been. What, he hit over here for 15 minutes?
Yeah, right there. He jumped over that railing, and then he sat there on the other side of it, ducked down for 15 minutes, where you showed that it was like a 2-foot drop.
Is that where he changed his clothes?
I have no idea about that part, but I know that they said he got on the roof at 12:15.
You know what I mean? Like, so they also said that he changed his clothes up here. Well, if I'm a student walking to, like, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm a student walking out of this door, you would have to be laying right up against this wall for me to not see you.
Yes, right there. Right there is exactly right. I think he was ducked down right at there.
You'd have to be ducked down right here. Those are rocks on there. I don't see anything. Oh, yeah. So you'd have to be ducked down right here, laying low, right? And changing. And is that where he took, did he, if he had the peg leg, that means the gun was put together, right? So did he put together the gun and disassemble it right here to get off the roof? Like, so he changed right here. He did a gunsmith right here, right? And they're like, or
in the indictment, Diligent, in the indictment says he disappears from the camera for a short time. That must be like right there in that.
This is the only spot you'd be able to do it.
And that's where he had to have assembled the gun. And because then it says he reappears, and the subject in the indictment it says he's running, so he reappears running towards the shooter, what would be the shooter's nest, and can be seen to assume a prone position. But the indictment doesn't say anything about seeing a gun or holding a gun or anything. It just says he disappears from the camera for a time. I can't remember if it says for a few minutes or for a moment or for a few moments. I can't remember the language. But then he reappears, and subject, it says he's running towards the shooter's nest and then assumes a prone position. But there's no mention of seeing a gun or holding a gun in either hand, or it says he falls, he runs, and then he crawls, and he gets in a prone position. That's what the indictment document says.
And if you were running across this, it would be plain as day. You know what I mean?
The only place they can physically put a gun is in those woods.
What I thought was strange about that is what I thought was strange was the indictment document says, he appears to have a gun when he is running off the building, and he appears to have maybe one in his pants when he's walking up, but it doesn't say anything about him having one when he's like allegedly having just assembled it, running to the shooter's nest. Now it doesn't.
And then he, exactly. He must have. And if he assembled it, why is he peg legging?
If the reason that if you're thinking right now, everyone listening, that this is absolutely batshit crazy, it's because it actually is.
Do me a favor, you guys. Go down to the comments section. We have almost 600 people in here and 140 reposts. Do me a favor and please repost the space. Thank you. Isn't this cool, though, that you guys can see in the space and engage? Like, if there's something you want me to look at, like, this is why I love video spaces, man. I wish they would fix it.
Diligent, I do have to correct you on something. It says in the indictment document that he's like, walking with a stiff gait or whatever to get up to the roof. Then he disappears from view for the camera for a few moments, and when he reappears, he's running, and then he crawls and gets into the prone position. So
I wasn't refuting that.
Yeah, right. So I'm
just wondering why is he walking with a gait if the gun is disassembled? Why is he not? He's
walking with a gait to get onto the roof when the gun is still shoved in his pants.
Right.
Allegedly. Then he disappears.
So why is he doing that if the gun is disassembled? You know what I mean? Like, if the gun is broken.
Why is he limping if the gun is disassembled? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Because it's shoved in his pants, allegedly, right? That's what they're saying, right?
Well, still, even disassembled, my uncle showed me, he had one, and he broke it in half, or he disassembled it down, and the constituent there in the stock, from the stock and the barrel, it didn't break it right in half. It actually breaks off longer, right? Like it overlaps, so the piece is still long. It doesn't cut the length of the total gun in half when you break into two pieces. It's still like 60% of the overall length. because there's a crossover there between the parts.
So even if it was
like,
broken
he
down,
would still, even if it was still broken down, he would have to have it down his. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, even if it was still broken down, I guess, you know, the barrel length, he's probably about the same height as me, I think. The barrel length is going to be longer than his kneecap to his hip. So, yeah, I mean, okay, so then it would still be protruding when he bends his knee, but we don't see that in the camera footage. So, I don't know. But, yeah, okay, well, let's finish with the narrative. Is there anything else that we need to do?
Sam, what does it say about the screwdriver in those charging documents that you're reading?
So it doesn't. That's the thing. We only know about the screwdriver because Kash Patel got on TV and said they found a screwdriver with his DNA on it. But then in the documents, the screwdriver is absent. It's not in the documents. It's only in Kash Patel's narrative on TV.
Please reach out to the I heard something before about him having a slight gait, and I think I don't remember who said it, but it seemed like when I watched.
I wish I could ask the grandma if he had a disability.
It's visible slightly. I mean, it could be at least imagined when you watch the body cam footage from his car accident a couple of years ago. I don't know if it's obvious, but it's slight at least.
I didn't notice it in his
that was just after a
graduation.
car accident.
Yeah, he definitely didn't have one after the before the graduation, that's for sure.
He doesn't have a gait when he's in the maroon shirt shorts in the other videos, right?
If that's him, though. We don't know who that is.
We're saying we're treating as if this is the narrative that they're telling us, right? So
yeah, but that footage isn't mentioned in the charging documents, right?
I'd have to go back and look. I cannot remember.
I couldn't find the path in the charging documents because that's what I was trying to recreate.
Sam, is anybody else having feedback issues with Sam, or is that just me?
Same.
Okay, Sam, yeah, something's wrong with your phone, Sam. You're like constantly cracking up every time you go to talk.
This whole thing for me, everything I'm hearing from you is all crackly too. I have terrible tech, I guess.
He's on the web. But yeah, we're just gonna have to deal with it. We at least got him up here. Is there anything else you guys want me to look at up here? And then I'm gonna go down to where Charlie Kirk was shot. I'll go down this way. Okay, there's no.
Can you go down the path?
Cameras again. This is the only other way.
Is there any?
This is the only other way. Can you hold on? This is the only other way up here. Okay, so the stairway that I came up on and this stairway right here are the only two ways. Okay, the only ways to get up on this roof. Period. So he went out of his way to get on camera. Okay, we've already established that. Okay, there's no cameras here. 0 cameras.
Is there any way to get up on the building that is a little bit further? You said it was a science lab or something. Is there any way to get up?
No, not get over here. Nope, I walked around it twice last time I was here.
Thank you.
So, yep. You could have climbed out right here. I mean, I guess you can't run over there easily, but you walk across that and get on that roof. And you wouldn't have to be in front of everybody. Well, I guess you would. Anyways, there's the automotive building. You see it's lower. So even if there's a camera on the corner of this building, it's not going to see up there. That's the ledge right there. Right where my finger is. This is as close as you can get to it. Let me get up there.
All right, guys, I'm at work and I gotta get started. If y'all want to continue this on, we're at 1 hour and 4 minutes on Diligent Space. This is Diligent Denizen. Okay, this is his profile at Diligent Denizen, DILIGENT DENIZEN. Right, you come to this purple thing, and that's what you click on to watch it. I got to end the stream now. I appreciate y'all joining me. I hope y'all have a blessed day, and whatever. See y'all later.